tell you, in my country, we are crazy of football. George Weah was sleeping in my father's house. You know George Weah? My father was crazy of football. My father he lost all his money because of football.
5,000 Ghanaians were living in Tel Aviv 4 years ago. Today there are just over 200. We visited the soccer stronghold of South Tel Aviv and joined them to watch Ghana compete for its first World Cup ever. Isaac came here 10 years ago to work as a home care aide, but he had other plans in mind. Today he shows us a permit from the Soccer Federation. Isaac is an agent for soccer players.
אז את מי הבאת לישראל?
ג'ון פנסטר וסמי אג'י השואל נפלת גאנה גם בנאד הגן גם הוא בשנה שעברה הוא היה בהפועל עכו.
Isaac is the hope of Ghana's players who are hoping to make it big in the soccer world. Isaac's client Penstill is warming up on the grass in Hanover, Germany, and Isaac will be watching him from the most famous soccer neighborhood in Israel. On the little balcony there's a bench of Ghanaians and a couch for the Cameroonians, whose team didn't make it this year.
In the last minute they gave us a penalty and we missed it.
This is United Africa. This is not Ghana.
All the kids were born in Israel. They're the reasons the parents are still here. The language these kids speak is proof that Israel has no idea what to do with the next generation of foreign workers' children. The women play a part in all this madness too. These days, soccer is much more than just a game.
Football is a culture in Cameroon. Everybody has to play football. If you doesn't play football, you are not a man.
And the Ghanaians know their soccer. In the first half, they give Italy a run for their money.
We are going to score them. We are going to win. We have nothing to lose.
And so the Ghanaians are starting to feel better, but Italy is on the offensive, and it's a goal.
Look. They score us. Have come.
In this game, dreams can be smashed in seconds. Peter Godfred, who works as a sanitation worker in Tel Aviv, leaves the building to cool off.
We are supposed to score first goal.
The 15 minutes to go.
But we are playing better than them.
So you don't agree you go home?
Well, I'm not going home. Make you 10, I'll come back, please.
Peter goes for a timeout, but inside, not everyone has lost hope.
I told you you'll score today.
All the Ghanaian players play for foreign teams. The African teams can't compete with the salaries the Europeans offer. But for the World Cup, they all go back to play for their homeland.
There is no big team in football. Football is international now. Football is one language. If you can speak football, you can play football.
Peter comes back for the second half after cooling off. But he has a new problem now. His Israeli-born son has lost hope.
Let's go home. Yeah. Don't disturb me now. I'm hot. Please, go and sit down. Ghana is Balagan. Why you say Ghana?
I mean, what do you say?
You see? You say Ghana is Balagan. I don't know.
We have midfield. We have best defense. We need now only to score.
The moment seems to be on hand, but the Ghanaians just don't seem to have it today. It wasn't meant to be. And so we see that Israelis aren't the only ones who sometimes feel alone in the world.
Because we're black. Of course. Of course.
And if that weren't enough, another missed opportunity. And Italy, there are plenty of bitter feelings.
This is a rego. Even the penalty comes, but they didn't accept us 2 times. What about of this? Is it rare? We accept it. We have no choice because of the color.
The game ended 2-0. This was the end of Ghana's World Cup hopes. Isaac goes out to send his condolences to Penstill, and his friends promise us that African soccer hasn't had the last word.
You see, it's not easy. They could blow our mind every time. But we are sure that in South Africa 2010, we will take the World Cup in Africa. Believe me. Remember,